almost incomprehensible that they can exist right now.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! It was like a big rainbow. Boom! It was coming up. Boom! Boom! And I was like, hey, let me ask you a question. Honestly, why are you trying to kill me, man?
Get ready. Come on, you want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? They call me
Oh my God, he just ran in.
Holy cannoli! It's my favorite talk show, Lee. The Overdose Talk Show!
Yay!
Yeah!
Hooray.
It's the Overdose Talk Show. Let's say hello to Matt Gear once again. What's up, dude?
Hey.
Andrea, how do you do?
How do you do?
All right. David Box, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Shit. Why, is something wrong?
No, everything's fine, I think.
I don't know.
Am I the only one that's really fucking mad that I don't have Bitcoin and I didn't? Well, I do. I have a
thought you
little.
did, yeah.
Well, okay. I had a wallet with $10 in it when it was worth like $350 a coin, and so now it's almost $400 or something.
No.
So I gotta find that. Huh? No. I
What is
mean,
Bitcoin now?
No. Now my wallet would be worth that much.
Oh.
Because now it's up to like 13 grand. Yeah.
It just hit 12,000.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever. I gotta find.
It's still bonkers.
Yeah, it's a mycelium wallet, and they give you a 12-word code to get back into it, which you write down and put somewhere where it's impossible to find. It's how that
of
works.
Course, yeah.
So I gotta
like all important things.
Yeah, I gotta find that and figure that out. But yeah, I feel like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
At every phase, it's like, why is it so hard to to do something smart?
Yeah.
Like it's like at every phase, I'm like, oh man, I should really do. And then you just think, I probably won't go any higher than this. And people are like, nah, you should. You should. And you just never do.
Yeah.
And now it's been lost for like 7 years.
All the signs were there. I remember when I had a Twitter account, I saw one that would tell you the price of Bitcoin every day.
Right.
And it was like $2, and I thought like, oh, maybe I'll go buy 10 and see what happens. Like, I could make a little bit of money.
Oh my God.
We're all very
I'm a
dumb.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Why not? And why? So that wallet that I had, I was like, oh yeah, I'll put $10 in here and just see whatever, maybe, you know. Why did I not do 100? I could have easily afforded 100. The hell's wrong with me?
You're not good at gambling, apparently.
It wouldn't help you find that password though now.
No, that's true. Yeah.
You'd be like, I got $1 million in Bitcoin, but where's my fucking password?
Dude, yeah. I'm an idiot, and I just wrote. I know it's in it's somewhere, you know, in a shoebox or something.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. Hopefully it goes up to like. People are predicting, I don't know how crazy this is, but I've seen predictions that it'll get as high as 50 grand at some point in the next few years.
It could, yeah.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
I also heard that it's being artificially propped up by characters like George Soros.
I've heard almost everything you could hear. Pretty much.
Right.
I like how we act like we're hearing this stuff on the train or like at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Like we're not just
I
reading
saw a
it
billboard.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who does.
No,
honest.
it's too complicated.
And there's been a lot of people who've been really wrong about it since the beginning. So
the only people I know who like really have and use Bitcoin are the people who are doing it on the dark web and using it to get illegal things. Otherwise, I don't know very many people who actively were like, oh, I'm going to invest in this. You know, most people had it for practical use.
But there must be people who have made millions.
Oh yeah, totally by now,
you know,
but not people like us.
No.
Unless we already had some. Like, I know people who had an account with Silk Road, so they had Bitcoin, and, like, they just left money sitting in it. You know?
Like, what are you even supposed to do with Bitcoin? Like, you can't...
buy illegal stuff.
No, but
buy
you know
legal
what?
things.
there are
Amazon
legitimate
just added
places that started...
No, it was a couple years ago, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I just saw it for the first time, like, this past week.
Oh, okay.
Where
Well,
I had
there-
the option of using crypto coin.
But, you know, here's one thing I did when I was on tour. I traded some Bitcoins to people for other things too, because I was an idiot, you know. And I when I was on tour at one time, I was accepting Bitcoin for merch, so that makes it legitimate.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give it to you. I think it has value, you know. So a lot of people, like just independent people like me, were accepting it, and a lot of people, or a lot of small companies, and a lot of huge. I mean, it's money now.
Yeah.
It's just. Somehow it's money.
It just became it.
I mean, yeah.
That's how money became money. Money's
a
not backed up
blockchain,
by
though?
anything. We
don't
just
know.
agree that it's worth something.
Does anybody know what a blockchain is? Because apparently that's what's so revolutionary and like sci-fi crazy awesome about a Bitcoin. No one knows?
No idea.
I
Should I look
understand
it up?
very little about that.
Yeah, all I know is it has something to do with like record keeping. Like every purchase that you ever do is somehow documented in metadata or something. I
Not sure I like that.
no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good thing somehow.
I honestly don't know, and I don't really care.
I like cash. Cash is fine.
I think it's funny that it's people have a really hard time wrapping their mind around the fact that it's worth anything, and it just kind of was created in ones and zeros, right? And mined and whatever the hell they do. I honestly
Yeah.
don't
People
understand
are building
it, but-
supercomputers with like stacks of video cards inside
Exactly,
of it.
yeah.
And somehow it has something to do with Bitcoin. I'm just dumb. Is that what it is? I'm just fucking dumb. I'm supposed to be the tech guy.
I don't think a ton of people really do understand it, but it's I guess it is like physical data at some level. So it is backed by that. Why is that worth anything? But why is gold worth anything? Why is money? You know what I mean?
Why is anything worth anything?
So
Because people agree on
People
it.
have a hard time wrapping their mind around the fact that why would anyone accept this? What is it? What it
Well,
doesn't
and also
really
they've
matter.
assigned a value to cash money, which as a society everyone agrees is worth something.
Yeah.
Whether it actually is or not. So they can kind of validate the new thing that way by spending real money on it.
Even without the gold standard.
Right.
It's fake money.
Yeah. It's just that everyone agrees.
That is all it is. Well, and it's the world currency, and
Yeah.
what are some other things we could say? Petrol dollar.
The petro
Okay,
dollar.
yeah, sure.
That's the thing
I
that
hear
people.
that's
I've heard that
worthless.
before.
Yeah. Worthless.
All right. Let's jump from that into another thing we're not qualified to talk about.
Oh.
Excellent.
Thank fucking Christ.
World current events.
What is with this guy that escaped from North Korea?
You know, I got to tell you guys, I am actually starting to worry about North Korea for the first time ever. As you all know, I'm really
I
not
know
worried
they're
about
in
them.
terrible danger. Donald Trump is going to nuke the shit out of them.
Yeah. What, they're starting to scare you a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. Well, you know, they've been saying for years that they have like nuclear technology and missiles and satellites and this and that, but like from the way I understand it, none of that stuff really works. They didn't really have money to do it the right way.
Okay.
Seemed like a lot of talk, but now they're testing things capable of actually hitting the United States, which is super weird.
Well, they just fired some ICBMs.
Yeah.
To the west
we all
of,
know what that
Holy
means.
shit.
Yeah, intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they fired them, about 600 miles, I think?
Yeah,
and
towards Japan, yeah.
to the west of Japan or something, just to basically demonstrate, hey, we've got the capability to do this.
We did it.
And
We are crazier than Donald Trump.
yeah,
Believe us.
and now Japan has to like ask permission. Like, can we get some of those missiles too? Is it cool with the international community if we maybe defend ourselves against this psycho?
mind?
The relationship with China is kind of interesting to me too. I was reading about that earlier, about how it's kind of always been tentative and was sort of based on the Korean War and their alliance against the U.S. and others.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't realize how much the new guy Un has kind of rejected the tradition of sort of a peaceful, you know, amicability of sorts. His dad used to go to Beijing and visit and blah blah blah, and
He
this
was
guy,
a diplomat. This guy is just a wild card.
Yeah, he just won't.
He's a spoiled rich kid.
And he's kind of he's halted. You know, I guess the only trade most of the trade that happens between China and North Korea is across one bridge, right? And they wanted to build a few more bridges. You know, and his uncle, the one that he murdered for treason, what was his name? God damn it, Jang Song Thak, whatever,
sure, yeah.
some shit. How do you say it? I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
But you know, he was like the big champion of like reestablishing this relationship with China and getting these bridges built. And so this guy has murdered his uncle, said, fuck you, you're a treasonous pig, and stopped the building of these bridges and stuff. And is kind of it's a very tense kind of Mexican standoff in a way. You know?
But how else are you supposed to be so fucking dominant on your people? Like, if you start being diplomatic with other countries and allowing, you know, people in and out and everything, suddenly you can't have your concentration camps.
Not true. I mean, the last guys did it.
I don't know. Nobody really knows a ton about what's going on in most of the country, though, do they? Like, isn't it most people that are allowed in, they have to stay in that Pyongyang capital, and it's kind of just...
It's you're under security watch all the time. You can't just, like, go places.
Rumored to be basically just like a little demo, you know, like
it's like a movie set.
Basically, yeah. Just
they
something.
They literally have stores that are stocked with just things to look at. They're not there's nothing there to buy. They're just there to look like they have stuff to buy.
What a creepy fucking place.
It's crazy, right?
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, they're finally, I feel like maybe we should worry. Apparently Hawaii agrees because they're testing their Cold War era nuclear warning sirens because they fear that North Korea might launch something at them.
They probably sound cool though.
Yeah, I'll bet they do.
Yeah. They probably have that wind up thing.
Spooky, yeah. Oh.
You know what I mean?
What was that?
That's Hawaii 5-0 theme song.
Yeah.
It just comes blaring on, and just everybody knows the shit has hit the fan.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Creepy would that be to be going on while bombs are dropping?
Yeah.
Why would they do this to us? Adding insult to injury.
And give you the confidence. That's like Great Escape music.
Oh shit! You know what? We were looking at the video too.
Oh, yeah.
Of this guy escaping from North Korea.
So this is a border guard who they usually
These are like
put
the most
on the
trusted,
most trusted. Yeah. And he was a border guard at the DMZ, which is like
the demilitarized zone.
It's like as high as you can get, you know.
South Korea, yeah.
And he stole a vehicle, and he is just fucking screaming out of there. I don't know if
Who
it
got
shows
this?
it.
Is this video from South Korea?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like on a guard tower or something on
Yeah.
top of a fence or whatever.
So there he goes.
PTZ cam.
Yeah.
Screaming down the road there.
Yeah.
Is he past the North Korean?
He is in. There's like a neutral area where nobody is supposed to be ever.
So he doesn't have to make it through any other any other military outpost or anything.
There's still the South Korean side, and he's being chased. I don't know if you can see that, but he is being.
But
pursued.
the South Koreans will let him in, right?
No, we're just seeing.
Well, unless they think he's gonna attack them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But actually, they end up shooting at him. He gets shot, they think, 4 times.
The South Koreans shot him?
No, the North Koreans shot him to stop him from getting out of the country.
Okay.
He gets shot at least 4 times. The doctor who treated him said he couldn't really even tell because the bullets had done so much damage.
Yeesh.
And then I think he lost control of the vehicle right there and smashed into a tree. And now he's running away on foot, and that's when they shoot him.
Who shoots him?
The North Koreans shoot him, and they actually violated something. Hold on, I wrote it down. The Korean War armistice, because they fired across the border. Technically, their shots crossed the border. And
they got really good coverage of this event happening. There's like a multi-camera fucking
this
action
is the most,
sequence going on.
Yeah, I was like, well, I
this
mean,
is
you
the
got
most densely militarized place in the entire world.
Yeah, I guess
where
you're
they are
right.
right
Holy
now. I mean,
shit.
this is where every single resource is. But the Korean War never ended. There was simply a ceasefire agreement, and they violated
Oh,
that.
I forgot about that. Okay.
So, like, the Korean War is technically still going on. Nothing was ever ended.
Who are we looking at right there?
Some morons standing around.
No, I mean, are those North or South Korean soldiers? I can't, you know what I mean? Like, what side is which? I'm like, so is North up? Like,
I'm not sure who we're looking at here.
That's what I mean. I'm like,
I think this is South Korean. The guy eventually makes it across the fence, and the North Korean soldiers can't cross it.
Wow.
Well, you know,
And then he's retrieved and treated, and now he's being protected.
knowing what I know about North Korea, it is weird seeing armed dudes running around and shooting a dude, knowing that they have like the delusion in their mind that
Yeah, that's him laying by the
the
wall
world
there.
started when their current dude's grandpa was in power.
Andrea,
That's crazy.
Do you think that they really believe that stuff, or is it just that if they say they don't believe it, they'll be killed?
Here's the thing that's most confusing to me about it is that Korea was one country.
Ooh, you can see
and
the
then
blood
people
trail.
who grew up in just like regular Korea ended up as part of North Korea, and then they just started believing something that didn't go along with their own knowledge of things.
What was the grandfather's name?
Kim Il Sung.
Yeah, and his takeover was so incredibly brutal that it just left a lasting fear. You know, it left
Well, and not only that, I mean, history was able to paint him as a hero. So after 2 generations, kids know something completely different than what their grandparents lived through.
Sure.
And the grandparents can't say anything about it. You know?
But even amongst that group, there's, I'm sure, many who are well aware of the lies.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
but the consequences for fucking saying it out loud.
Right.
I mean, the people who try to distribute that information take an enormous risk for not only them, but their entire family and pretty much everyone they know.
Right. They're not doing fucking podcasts about it.
Right.
Actually, didn't we find some people that had like a secret radio network of dissent in North Korea?
They were recording things and then floating flash drives out attached to balloons.
Right.
And pigeons.
And pigeons.
Yeah, that's right. Just basically saying like, help us.
Like here's what's really going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was we had a whole show that we did about dissenters in North Korea, and I thought there was one like a ham radio thing or something going on.
Probably. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. It's a weird situation out there.
People are gonna fight back. It's gonna happen in some form.
So also what I want to talk about with this guy who did eventually manage to escape to South Korea. They were treating him in the hospital. I already said they didn't even know how many times he was shot. But they had to do surgery on his intestines because of how he was shot. And while they were in there, they found just a fucking shitload of parasites.
That's common for those guys when they escape, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why are they having so many parasites? Is it just that they
malnourishment?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they eat shit.
Yeah, they're picking little bits of undigested food out of turds.
In a lot of cities and a lot of towns and stuff, there's just like dead bodies. People are just starving to death, dead animals, shit just lying around all the time. It's just fucking...
Do you think that's what most of the country really looks like, outside of the areas where they let reporters into and stuff?
Yeah. There's a National Geographic documentary where they convinced, they were going there with a Chinese doctor to perform eye surgeries, and they convinced the guards that their camera equipment was like medical equipment, and they were able to smuggle like a bunch of cameras in it.
And retards.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah, it's X-ray stuff.
Yeah.
They're probably not very well educated either. I mean,
Of course not.
If you're fucking
But-
starving.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they
And
won't.
one of the main things you've probably never seen in that country is a camera, actually.
Yeah, they won't accept aid from people. Well, they wouldn't before. I don't know. The new guy is a little bit different, but it's a crazy disease-ridden situation. This guy had a parasite in his intestines that was 27 centimeters long.
Holy fuck.
Like a tapeworm?
It was like a tapeworm,
centipede?
yeah, a centipede.
How many inches is that?
House centipede.
Those South
Damn
American
it.
centipedes.
20-some... What'd you say?
It's like 10 inches.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for putting it in Trump terms.
I've had bigger tapeworms than that. I'm not fucking impressed.
Yeah, you're not a man until you've just ripped a 3-foot tapeworm out of your ass.
Until you wake up and, it's worming its way out of your ass.
Yeah. Ooh, boy. I used to be so scared of that when I was young. I don't know why. I developed a paranoia that I would somehow get parasites,
You can get them from cats.
And I would always be looking at my shit afterwards, after I was done shitting.
Just to make sure.
Be looking through the toilet like,
Where's the worm?
Yeah, just making sure.
I was always afraid that it would crawl out of my mouth and then look me in the eye.
Eat your food.
Like before you can eat it, it comes out really quick. It snaps.
Yeah, and then it snaps and engulfs me and everything.
Can't wait to eat
And
this
then it
delicious
eats
And
you.
that's the end of the episode.
Comes out of your ass while you're sleeping and taps you on the shoulder. Like, hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey man, aren't you hungry?
Golly.
Hungry down there.
Eat more donuts.
Right. Fucking. By the way,
Fucking tapeworm.
Yeah, by the way, you're getting me really drunk all the time. I don't know what that's about.
That's what I was gonna say. You don't have to worry about that, man.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
true.
Kill anything
It'd
that
be
lives in there.
pickled.
All right, well,
So if we get into a war with North Korea, are we at war with China then, or is that kind of undecided now?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, it's hard to tell what their relationship is.
I mean, technically, we're still at war with North Korea because it never ended, which means we're still at war with China.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ever since we were kids, they've been in movies, and older people would always say, well, we're going to be at war with China in 20 years or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it's been predicted for a long time. And at some point, what we've talked about before with China starting to get fed up with our debt to them, they're starting to now take control of a lot of land in the U.S. very quietly through the Bureau of Land Management and all the uranium-rich places and silver and gold-rich places and stuff. It's starting to have the air of either a slow takeover or, at the very least, a really huge building of tensions that could lead somewhere pretty shitty.
Yeah. But the North Korea brandishing, nuclear missiles around, they're getting pressure from a lot of other countries besides us to kind of like, hey, what are you guys doing with this North Korea dude?
I saw we're now basically trying to pressure China to stop giving oil to North Korea. I guess North Korea gets all their oil from China.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
The U.S. is now pressuring them, basically just doing what we usually do is try to starve somebody with sanctions,
Right. People just violate those sanctions anyway. I saw a thing today that said 49 countries were violating sanctions with North Korea.
Yeah, but the way the U.S. just like makes these sanctions and goes, well, how could you? What do you?
Yeah, what do you mean you're not following these?
Yeah,
they're the rules.
We said.
Is it just the U.S. or are we talking just the, what is it? The
Yeah,
UN,
from
the
what
UN?
I was reading, it was the
NATO?
It was mostly the U.S. was just declaring and maybe through the UN or something, or whatever. But yeah, it was mostly the U.S.'s prerogative to I still don't quite understand everything about
Because
this.
of the petrodollar.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Not
That's where we're
this
getting hung
again.
David Box. I still don't quite understand the whole, I always was confused. Why are we always poking at this situation? You know what I mean?
The China situation?
No, the North Korea situation.
Oh.
But I guess
Well, because up until very recently, they have basically been a joke.
right.
Are we the pokers in this situation though?
Well, yeah, with the sanctions and stuff like that.
But weren't this? I mean, what
Why not just
led
leave
up to
them
the
alone? I don't
sanctions
know.
though?
Do you know what they're really good at producing is ecstasy? I think we talked about that on the show.
Are they?
Yeah, they make like a shitload of ecstasy.
Didn't we find out that weed was legal there too?
No, there's no
Can't
way.
be.
No,
There's
not a
I
chance.
forget.
No, they're not that free, bro.
Okay, where was it?
Wait,
then?
they make ecstasy in North Korea.
Yeah.
Oh.
How?
No, I
don't know. How
I
does
said,
anyone
huh.
make ecstasy?
No, I said, huh. Like, wow. I did not know that. Okay.
Oh, did you not know that?
Yeah, the government allegedly made like a shitload of money selling ecstasy and exporting ecstasy.
You have to make money somehow. I mean,
Yeah.
what else are they exporting? They're not allowed to export anything.
Well, I know in the Philippines, everybody's on meth.
Well, yeah. That's how it should be.
Yeah, the Philippines is fucking crazy.
You're productive.
Sounds
or
like you're
else.
painting with a broad brush there.
Yeah, I know.
Every Filipino.
The
Yeah.
Philippines is another place like us, kind of that has this crazy tension building. I could see a civil war in the Philippines in the next few years at some point.
Yeah.
Because they've got a giant drug and illegal gun industry and stuff, and this new president has just gone insane. A lot of people support it there, where they're going, hey, these gangs and shit have been such a problem for so long. We don't care if he just brings the military in and just fucking slaughters them. And they've just been in no trial, just killing gang members all over the fucking place. And half the country is good, and the other half of the country is we're living under a tyrannical fucking maniac. You
Yeah.
know.
Well,
And-
a lot of reports would indicate that the people that not everybody they're killing obviously is a gang member or a drug
course
user.
not, right,
It's
yeah.
I don't like my neighbor. Hey, that guy's selling drugs, and then they go
That's
and kill
what it-
that guy,
yeah.
and then you're like, ha, done with that asshole.
That's what it turns into. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so that's not a good system.
But yeah, they have a giant. I mean, I saw this documentary one time about the Philippines where every small village is just producing guns constantly all over the Philippines. Just and I don't know if a lot of it's legal or what, but just everywhere, every hut, they're just making like 2 or 3 guns a day. You know,
Like
just
what
sitting
kind
there.
of like
Just handguns, shit. They're pretty
Good
nice
for
looking.
them.
like zip gun style guns?
I wish I could be
like
making
real
guns.
like real
okay.
guns. Yeah, they were nice looking too.
Order some Filipino guns.
Yeah. No, it was, I guess that's a huge, giant industry. So there's just millions of guns everywhere and tons of just like gang wars and shit going on. Or I don't know. Is that how it might look in the U.S. from the outside?
Yeah, probably, because I
don't
think
know.
that about a lot of countries.
Yeah.
Just
it's
like
not that
guns
bad.
and drugs and horrible murder
Yeah,
everywhere.
like Colombia, I just see a big mountain of cocaine.
With,
like-
like surrounded by
It's like
slaughtered bodies.
there's not even people there. It's like a never-ending, just like faucet of fucking cocaine just spewing into this mountain.
You turn on the taps at the hotel and then just cocaine comes out. Just, what the heck?
Guys on top of it just firing machine guns randomly.
Yeah, like they just can't keep it back.
Just fucking dipping their face in. That's all that's happening there. All right. What else? Did you want to do anything else about China?
Yeah, I
'Cause
got a bunch of stuff.
You're scared of North Korea and China.
This is a new thing for me, and I saw
you think
this
they would-
pro-China propaganda video
Do you think
that
they
was
would,
made by an American news.
Sorry. I was just going to ask you. Do you think they would ally against us in most situations?
I have no idea.
I don't think
It's hard to tell, right?
We
That
buy
wouldn't-
so much from
Yeah,
them.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that would not be to their economic benefits. so
Right.
No.
They could just keep taking us over slowly
Right.
economically.
That makes more sense for them. for
China.
sure. But like, who knows what kind of appearance they want to keep up
Yeah. Okay.
on
Sorry.
a broader spectrum.
Back to your thing.
Okay, so I saw this pro-China propaganda video, and it starts off by talking about they spent $364 billion on solar power this year.
Whoa.
Getting that put together, and now they're the largest supplier of solar power in the entire world.
Well, look what their air used to look like.
So are they putting together?
False. It's the sun.
They're putting together like
Idiots.
a solar power grid. They're putting together like a solar power grid, or
Yeah, like a shitload of them.
wow.
So they spent $364 billion on that this year.
Hey, let me ask you this. That's pretty great and everything, but are they still murdering babies if you have too many?
Yeah. Okay. See, this is kind of where I'm going with this whole thing,
Yeah.
because not very long ago, China had to display a LED billboard of a video of the sunrise because the smog was so bad you couldn't see the sky.
Yeah.
That was in Beijing.
You're right. Yeah, the Beijing people are just walking around with gas masks all the time.
And the air
shit.
pollution there is still really bad. I mean, they've made a lot of changes, but it's it's no
Yeah.
good.
It doesn't fix itself overnight.
No.
Well, it's a problem that fixes itself.
The what?
Nothing. I just mean
Because
they're all
people
gonna
die.
die before they
Yeah.
hurt
There you go.
America.
Also, I know by 2020 they say that they're going to only make electric cars by 2020.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I don't think
that's.
China's doing. They're doing some good things.
They're doing
Drink
some
to
stuff,
that,
yeah.
David Bucks.
They're building vertical forests in cities to just absorb bad air and make clean air. Just giant skyscrapers of trees, basically. And they're also turning to lab-grown meat to help ease the pressure of their factory farm industry.
Would you guys eat that?
I would.
It depends.
I'd give it a try. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You think so?
Where was
don't
it
know.
grown and what was it grown of?
I think I would have to wait like 20 years to see what happened to everybody else first.
Yeah.
And then I might try it.
Well, and they make pretty convincing fake meat now if you're a vegetarian.
I
and
was
want
going to
that.
say, as a vegetarian, I would say that the meat that they're making in a lab is probably better than the meat you're getting at McDonald's.
Yeah,
presently.
probably.
But no, I wouldn't eat it.
Maybe.
Regardless.
Well, but they have like that pea protein meat. Would you eat that?
No, I don't like that stuff. Honestly, I just like raw
I kinda like
fruits
that
and
stuff.
vegetables. I don't want meat substitutes. I just don't want any meat or anything that resembles meat because it's gross to me.
Yeah. I'm also wondering how much of
can't
this
stop eating
lab-grown
meat.
meat they could possibly get to offset the pressure enough. You know, that seems kind of like a I know you have talked about quitting eating meat for a long time. And you just never.
Always
do it.
in the back of my mind, like I'll see stuff about the farming and butchering and blah blah blah, and the what do you call it, slaughterhouses and stuff
and whatnot.
Just the inhumane conditions that a lot of the animals live in, and it makes you feel guilty, you know.
Yeah.
So always in the back of my head, a lot of that stuff is kind of kicking around about like you really shouldn't be eating this.
Why don't you,
Let's take up hunting.
yeah, I would say, why don't you hunt and like fish?
Because I'm not a real man. I can't fucking.
I'm not either.
No, I'm serious. Like I can't. Why don't you build a tree house? Because
I could do that.
Because it would just be me, you know, trying for like 3 hours and just giving up and getting really drunk and crying in the garage.
You could build a tree house.
No, dude. I can't build it. I can't even change my fucking brakes. I can't do anything.
That's
why. Okay. That's. What was the first thing? Why I
We were talking about China and their meat. Yeah.
No, why don't I hunt? Because
right.
Yeah, because dude, that's why I think I have to stop eating meat, because I am just being a cunt, because I know that I don't have the heart to kill on my own. And
You're too much of a pussy.
Yeah, I am.
Me too.
Maybe
no,
if
I could hunt. Like if I was like needing to hunt
could kill
to
a
get
fish.
my meat.
Fish I could kill.
I have
That's
hunted.
deplorable.
I've killed plenty of fish. Ripped them apart with my bare hands.
When I was 12, I went deer hunting with my grandfather, and I helped him skin that deer and everything. And
Sometimes I'll just.
That shit
Sometimes
doesn't
when
bother me.
I go fishing, I don't even eat the fish. I just pull them out of the water, and I just stick my hand in its gills as far as I can, and
then
just
stick
rip
your
its
cock
head
in.
off.
Oh.
And then back in the water.
And then just fucking whip it back in the lake.
I thought you were going to
God.
say you fuck its mouth.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, back in the water, fishy.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of different phases. Me and my friends used to go to the pond and find dead fish and poke their eyes out with
Oh
sticks.
God.
Yeah, well, we were like 8.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's normal boy stuff.
I went
Yeah.
to dead bird with a
Serial
shovel.
killer stuff.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't
Nah,
expect
it's
it
not
to be gray inside, and it really freaked me out like a lot.
Oh my God, you guys just reminded me I have a frozen pig head in my freezer I have to boil down. Sorry.
That's awesome.
Do you
Well,
really?
I boil their heads down. Like when I was living in Cicero, I was selling pig skulls on eBay because I would go to, what is it? There's a butcher shop on.
You can do that?
Sure. There's a butcher shop on.
I tried selling ivory on eBay. They're like, they sent me a thing. They're like, this is illegal,
But
and
a
you
pig
can't.
skull, yeah, the pigs weed pigs. I mean, you can do anything with it. So I was like, I'd take them home and I'd boil them down, and then my roommates I was living with in Cicero, I've got videos of this. They would come and they would all eat it and like zombies, you know, because it makes really good meat if you boil it for like 12 hours. But then I would take the skull, let it dry, and sell it. And there's one in my bedroom still I could show you. But my neighbor, we had a block party. Shortly after Thanksgiving, and I was like, I want that pig's head, and they were like, really? And I was like, yeah. So he gave it to me, and I put it in my freezer, and it's been there for a while now. And that's I'm sorry to sidetrack everybody.
No, that's okay. So
it reminded me that I have this head in my freezer. When I go home, I should probably start boiling it tomorrow.
You're gonna boil it and sell the skull on eBay?
Yeah, or I'll just keep the skull for myself.
How much does a skull go
Yeah.
for these days?
I was only getting like $50 a skull.
Damn.
$50 for a pig skull?
That you got for
sell,
free?
Yeah, people sell deer heads and antlers and shit for like hundreds of dollars. Like that stuff is. Go on eBay and check it out. Like people buy skulls for a lot.
Wow.
But I was
Okay.
putting them up for $50, free shipping, no
And where were you getting these pig skulls?
from the butcher.
How many bitcoins does a
So-
human skull cost?
Were you paying the butcher for the pig skull?
My friend Rich has a human skull that he got from India, which has a full set of teeth. And I surmised that there is a skeleton farm in India.
That's spooky.
Right. Well, why else would it? All right. In India, who has full teeth? That's another thing that I was like, right? Sorry, I just don't buy it. Right? I just don't fucking buy it. I'm an American. I have terrible rotting teeth. Like,
Right,
You're telling
yeah.
me that these people in India have like beautiful, pristine teeth when they die of natural causes
Well-
and donate their skeleton to be sold to Americans for keeping on their bookshelves and shit, like my friend? Like, I don't buy it.
Hold on a second.
So they extracted additional teeth from a different skull.
No, I
to
think that they
complete-
have a farm, like of just people probably raised to be skeletons.
It's corpses with braces.
All right.
That was their whole
Oh.
existence.
Yeah.
They're just raised
Like,
to be
are you-
You
skeletons.
said skeleton farm. I thought you meant one of those places where they research dead bodies.
No.
Skeleton
And,
factory.
like,
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
there
I
voluntarily.
think, yeah, I'm like,
Farm?
or
Body
they,
farm.
or
Body
it's more of
farm.
like a butcher and hair situation where they are like getting people off the street, maybe like young runaway kids. There's a lot of homeless kids in India.
But do you think I
They're
think
selling
there's a
them.
lot more profitable things to do than, than
than
sell their
raise humans.
skeletons?
No, but I think all that happens before they get to the skeleton aspect.
Okay, so they're like they're taken from they're like a sex slave or they're like
Right.
a captive somewhere or whatever.
The
and-
skull is small.
oh, really?
Small.
It's like a baby
Ew.
skull.
Not baby, but like a little
Wait.
bigger than an adolescent's head might be.
And where do you get this?
He ordered it from someplace, and it's from India.
So it could have been like a woman, maybe a small woman. head.
maybe, yeah, it could be a small woman's head or a kid's head.
Big child.
Did you ask him how he was like okay with that, giving money to somebody who?
My friend Rich Bastard is very morbid. Like
Your friend Rich Bastard. Rich Bastard.
Let me ask you this: when you were buying pigs' heads, what were you paying?
I wasn't
for?
buying them; they were just giving them to me.
The butcher just gave them to
At
you.
Nick's Butcher Shop
fuck? We
on
should be doing
Cicero
this.
in Harlem. Well, yeah, I shouldn't be talking about this because
No, yeah.
I was the
Now
first
everybody's
person to
gonna do
ever
it.
ask them. Even they were like, "You want the heads?" And they were like, "We got a freezer full of them." And they just started giving me the biggest ones they could get.
It was a gold mine.
I will boil pigs'
yeah.
heads for $50 a pop, no
Your
problem.
place will smell disgusting, but yeah, you'll make money.
What did they?
Won't it
were
just
the
smell
brains
like a
still in
pig
there?
head?
Yeah, the brains, the eyes, everything.
Oh my god! And they just had a freezer full of it. Why?
Well, they sell like they're a butcher shop, and they sell like, you know, if you're gonna roast a pig, or like you want like a side of beef. They also had they didn't have any cow skulls, but every time I would go in, they would say like sometimes they have full cow heads. And they're like, we'll give you a cow head as soon as we get one, or a goat head, because
yeah.
they do the same thing with goats.
Well,
I wanted
people
goats
make goat
bad.
Like Polish people and like Czechoslovakian people or somebody
Make head cheese.
they make something or like goat head soup or something.
Yeah.
I've seen goat's heads in the Polish stores up in like Palatine and shit. If another from outside
How
of
much are
Chicago
they?
doesn't know this, or around here people don't know this actually either, there's like a giant Polish section of the northwest suburbs that's like Polish stores, Polish schools. Everybody's Polish. Everybody speaks Polish, and you can get a goat's head over there.
Do you remember how much they are?
No,
See, if we could get 'em-
$13, I think.
Oh, you could totally sell those on eBay.
I'm just
$50 a pop.
making
no
it add up.
problem.
Wow.
I don't know.
Just
Well, even
any
if it's
number.
$20, I mean, figure you
Yeah.
got $30 profit.
Who knew the pig? What was it? Pig skulls.
I was selling pig heads, yeah, pig
were
skulls.
in such high demand. So weird.
I only sold
Look
5
how
of them.
interested all of us are. In
Do you have any
it.
more on China?
I got all sorts of stuff on China.
Really?
Yeah.
We should get
China.
back to it
All right.
because
Sorry.
I was about to segue into that head transplant thing, which we got to talk about.
Which we also have to
that
talk
would have
about.
been a
Yeah.
perfect segue.
Perfect time,
Well,
right?
it's too late.
Fuck.
We're going back to China.
All right.
Hey, well, you know what?
Going back
Here's what
to
we'll do. We'll
China.
talk about China, and then I'll bring up the pig's head thing again, and then we'll talk about it for a while more, and then I'll segue into the head transplant.
All right. Perfect. That'll be real natural. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So you may say to yourself, well, China has so many people, no way can they keep up with all that in terms of natural resources and food and whatnot. Well, too bad, bub, because they can now grow rice in salt water.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it? That's all they need? Rice and salt water?
Well, that means that they can literally grow rice anywhere. And they also have the golden rice thing happening, which has enhanced vitamins in it, allegedly. So, like, yeah, rice is about all they really need. But additionally, they,
racist.
they also figured out a way to make sand into fertile soil for planting. So they could
Holy
just, like, go to the
shit.
ocean and plant a shitload of rice at the ocean.
Where are they at on desalination?
Just, like, for the entire ocean, or?
Well, just to be able to drink ocean water, you know.
Well, they could probably do that.
Well, I for
places
one
could do
welcome
that.
our new Chinese overlords. They sound like the saviors of humanity. Yeah.
And even
Minus the baby killing.
Well, I don't,
even
you know.
if all of this stuff is too new and it makes everybody sick, that's okay, because they have 40 hospitals that employ Watson, the IBM supercomputer, to help them with surgeries and diagnosis.
The one that was on
and-
Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Really?
And they're
Yeah.
staffed with the hottest Asian nurses.
Absolutely, which as we all know.
Didn't Ken Jennings
with the
beat
highest
that robot?
suicide
No, the robot
rate.
won.
The robot one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ken Jennings put up a good fight.
Yeah.
The United States only has 14 hospitals that employ Watson from
That's
IBM,
pitiful.
and China has 40.
Why do we want them to employ?
Because he just makes it's more accurate. There's less human error, and he can aid in like surgery and precise robotics things.
I hear he has really bad bedside manner, though.
You have cancer. Fuck you.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
On top of that, they also allow genetic modification on embryos, and they use the CRISPR system to genetically modify unborn babies.
Cool.
To be what? What is
superhuman?
preferable?
They're just starting to experiment on it. So CRISPR is the system that can help make sure you don't have like Down syndrome. You can like pick your eye color, stuff
but
like
they're
that.
the
It's a
canary
genetic
in the eugenics coal mine.
Right.
So
thing. We know.
Fuck
they're
that
basically
canary.
Hitler.
They also launched their first unmanned factory. It's a factory with 0 people working in it, and productivity has increased by 20%, and quality of the product has increased with no humans involved.
Yeah, that's their response to the fight for 15.
Right. There's the Chinese people were complaining about minimum wage. Boom. Unmanned factory.
Fuck you.
Yeah, eat a dick.
Go grow some fucking rice, idiot.
Well,
Grow
anybody
some
can
rice
do
in
it
some
now.
salt water, asshole. And they're
Yeah.
like, fine, I will. Watch me. I'll turn fucking sand into soil.
What are you gonna kill my baby?
Right.
We just might.
I'll make
Watch
it
out.
superhuman with 4 arms. It'll bite your head off.
I wonder, like, when are we going to see China's population decrease? Because isn't there like a big male bubble and like there's like so many
That's the
dudes
next
and
thing
so few
China's
girls
got
and everything.
going.
Yeah. So it's like get ready for population decrease.
Now, men can
right?
get pregnant in their anus.
Yeah.
and in
Go
ocean water.
China.
Right. Poop out a superhuman baby 10 days later.
Well, that was kind of the point of the thing, was to try to. But isn't it another case where they're really just overcrowded, and it's probably like here where people think it's overpopulated, but it's overcrowded.
Everyone's just on top of each other.
Drive around the country,
Yeah.
there's nothing but
There's
space.
nothing, yeah.
I heard this is true, and we can check on this now. Tell me if this is true. I had heard that the population of the entire world could live in one big mega city the size of Texas.
I heard that too.
Okay,
yeah.
is that true? I was like,
I might have told you that actually.
you might have.
The old thing I heard was like the population of the world could live in 4-person units on like an acre each
Right.
in Texas. Is that true, Andrea?
Interesting.
There's
So.
Run
there's
the numbers.
something like that. I'm trying to find. I know exactly what you guys are talking about. It is true. I'm thinking of a map that's like the world population if everybody lived in the density of New York, or if everyone lived in the density of Houston, or if everyone
Okay.
lived in the density of wherever. But New York is very dense, and it does not take up very much space.
Right. Well, that's not like the density of an Indian city. I'm trying to think of what the capital is there, where it's super.
Mumbai?
Yeah, like where it's super packed, where it's like
Yeah.
people are packed upon trains. You know what I mean? Like that's
Where they're fucking jamming them in with a broom.
Or no, I mean when they're just hanging onto the outside is what I'm talking about. Like in India,
Oh,
where they're
yeah.
where they're just grabbing the train. You know.
And then once in a while they get electrocuted and have you ever seen those videos?
Yes.
Where there's like an Indian guy on top of a train, he grabs the wrong fucking wire and it's just like a flash, boom, and he's fucking instantly like. It's fucking creepy. It's like a movie. Some of the videos I've seen, they get fried so fucking bad, they're just like an instantly charred, stiff, just like dead as
But
fuck.
with like you can see their eyeballs, just the white of their eyes, and it's
Just-
like ding, ding,
just
and then they
quick-
just disintegrate
yeah.
into powder.
And it makes that sound, and then you just hear. Wah, wah, wah. He just falls over.
I assume anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
if everything I learned from Warner Brothers is true.
Nobody's ever disputed any of it so far. I want to stay in my childlike dream world.
I've got some figures here for you guys. All right, so it looks like the most densely populated city is Manila in the Philippines. And if
man.
the entire world lived as densely as Manila, the human race could fit in Tunisia, which is But we can look at our map here.
Yeah.
Dave, can you pull the map up on the screen, please?
Yeah, come on.
Could live where did you say?
Tunisia is just northwest of Libya.
Oh.
It's that little
you
tiny.
can't see shit on that thing.
Oh no! Fuck.
Tunisia's around what, like
horrible.
Libya?
I mean,
It's that little
camera
tiny
is
purple one above
Awful.
Libya.
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, all right, yeah.
It's very small.
Yeah, that's tiny.
You look like something from that WorldCom website where that video of the kid being abused was, and the guy had the
WorldCorpo.net.
Yeah. there you go.
WorldCorpo.net. Yeah, that guy.
If everyone lived as densely as they do in Manhattan, the human race could fit inside of New Zealand. So maybe that's a little more
Cool.
easy
We
for
should do
people
that.
to-
New Zealand's nice from what I hear.
New Zealand seems nice, yeah.
Except some of their plants
All of
can
Middle
kill you.
Earth fit in New Zealand.
Yeah. Let's go live with the hobbits.
Sorry.
Okay, cool. So what else there?
That's that. That's not that crowded. And
don't
then
wanna
let's see.
do that.
Lastly, a couple things that I'm also afraid of with China. They're in the works of building a base on the moon. They're sending a
shit.
probe to Mars. They have the largest telescope in the entire world for exploring space. They are about to build the world's largest super collider, which is going to be twice as big as the Hadron Super Collider. And they have the largest bullet train network in the world. We don't even have a bullet train.
Yeah, what's with that? We're still driving the same bitch ass fucking 100-year-old
rickety
trains.
ass sitting on a track, motherfuckers.
Right.
Seriously.
No, it's no joke.
I'm giving Mitch a $200 a fucking month to make me late all the time.
Yeah,
America's fallen way behind in the last 40 years.
it's
I mean,
crazy. And China is just plugging right along.
Except for our
But at what
phones.
expense? See, you know what I mean? Like, they also have, like, a horrific socialist, fascist fucking
It doesn't
situation.
have to be like
totally.
that, though, to have these...
That's letting them use CRISPR on babies, though. So, like,
I'm not against that.
our government isn't letting that happen.
That sounds like, I don't know though.
Just saying, they don't have the whole internet, but they do have genetic modification on unborn babies.
I'm cool with that.
What is the preference with the
too-
genetic modification, and
To make
how
sure you
far away
don't have
is
a
that
retard.
from? Right, but how far away?
Is it religion that holds that back here, do you
Yep.
think?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. Sorry, go ahead, dude.
But how far away is something like that from the eugenics super race thing? I mean, aren't the Chinese very proud to be Chinese? So the Chinese want to make very Chinese people, and like, is there no? I mean, that makes sense, right? They're like
Okay, wait.
they're proud of their country and they're proud to be Chinese.
They
so
want-
like that,
they-
that it's an in-group preference. It's not a fucking crazy thing, right? So how far away is something like that from?
What year is Slapstick set? Because they bred all the Chinese to be very, very small so that they could have more of them and use fewer resources.
Your cat is
The
humping
ambassadors
other
were the
cat.
size of a normal
Is it really?
person's thumb.
No, I think they're fighting.
No,
he is?
I'm like,
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
yeah.
No,
That's
stop
weird.
it.
Happening?
I've never seen him do that. That's his. He's
Should I touch him?
he's raping his sister. Can
Oh
you
my
get this on
God.
camera, please?
No.
Somebody.
Hold on here.
This is atrocious.
Are they litter mates? Oh my God.
Well, there's no penetration
Yeah, they're
taking
litter
place
mates.
here.
Well,
but-
he doesn't have testicles.
right, but I'm like, something weird is happening here.
There is a
Grandpa,
fucking cat rape
this is-
happening
no,
right now.
this is so
Look at
close
his
to me. Oh my
tail.
God.
This is so weird. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Are you-
God.
are
Will
you
somebody
getting it?
stop
Yes,
this?
I
or-
am.
I'm sorry, that was so distracting that I had to say
I mean,
something.
they fight and roll around all the time and bite each other, and I've never seen him do this. What the fuck, dude?
I
This
feel
is
like
about-
it needs to be stopped.
This is about power, not sex.
This
I
is so,
don't like
oh,
this.
and she's not necessarily hating it though.
No.
Normally she's fucking hissing and running away and everything. She's kind of giving him the wincy.
Wow, they're just fucking, actually. I don't think this is even non-consensual, actually.
Are we gonna get flagged?
Oh my God. This one's gonna do it.
She's
Get the
giving
camera
me the
off of
eye
them.
like, yeah, I want this.
What the fuck?
God.
I've never seen them do this.
Is anyone gonna stop them?
I can't.
I don't know. I mean,
not touching them.
He's not really anywhere near the right place.
yeah,
he
I
doesn't
don't
know what
think
he's doing.
Can he get an erection with no testes?
Sure, but he doesn't know what he's doing. Is my point.
This is insane.
Yeah,
This is not.
I'm sorry. It was such a distraction to me that I had to bring it.
Derailed the entire show. How are we
very
supposed to
nice.
talk about China now?
I'm sorry. Yeah, China. They're making sure that this never happens again as we speak.
right.
They're genetically modifying cats.
Oh god.
Wow, it kind of.
That's enough. I have no.
Maybe we should take a break. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm done with China. That's all I had. I'm scared of them now. I think everybody should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of cat rape, you know that head transplant thing that we were going to talk about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, seamless.
Totally.
He's still raping her. Look.
No, I'm done.
Oh, God.
This is creepy. I've never seen them do this.
This is
Sorry.
this is just good radio.
Get him out of there.
All right, word up. Thank
All
you.
right.
Oh, thank God.
You're like Batman.
Crisis
The cat
mostly
world.
averted.
Yeah.
David Box saved him.
I'll never be
Saved
the
her.
same.
He sprung into action.
Oh, God, that was crazy.
Oh,
She doesn't
girl,
look
you
mad.
look all messed up, though.
Yeah.
And her hair's all...
She's mad at me for putting an end to it.
She'll never, fucking cock blocking piece of shit.
Well, speaking of China, the world's first human head
Oh,
transplant.
it's another China thing.
Well, it's taking place in China. China's the only
Oh, okay.
country dope enough to handle it.
And they have a candidate for the head transplant.
They do. They
Right.
have. It's that guy with muscular dystrophy.
Where he's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, like either I'm going to be miserable or I'm going to die, or maybe both.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll get a new body.
Yeah, or maybe I'll get a new kind of insane.
Oh, what was the quote when they said it could potentially lead to a type of insanity previously unknown to mankind
Yeah.
or something? It's just like, whoa.
Yeah, because they're talking about the chemicals from the donor body getting into the recipient's brain.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they just meant like psychological repercussions of being like, I have a different body now, which I would think would kind of fuck with your psyche a
Well,
bit.
that's definitely part of it, but like just the physical aspect of receiving and processing someone else's chemicals.
I know that here in America,
Nobody
we gave
knows
a guy a
what
cock.
yeah.
Right, it's never happened
Sorry.
before.
Some guy had cancer of the penis and they had to remove it, and then he got it pretty recently from a donor.
That's pretty good.
That was in America.
Wait,
America.
He got a penis transplant?
Yes, in America, and it's working.
USA.
I just checked on it. It was a year ago. And I checked on it. And
Yeah, I
it's
think that's
working.
a little less complicated. The nerves just got to get connected and all
I
that
don't know.
kind of
It's
shit.
kind of the
and-
same, right? There's a bunch of nerves and cords and whatnot.
Only if you
Yeah.
think with your penis.
So Dr. Sergio Canavero, who is the doctor planning to do the transplant, transplanted a head onto a cadaver body and was able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that he could reconnect all of the blood vessels and nerve endings and do it in a way that they would fuse.
Well, who does he have to convince? He's got the patient that wants to do it, right?
Yeah, I think he has to convince the facility willing to give him the resources to make it happen.
Is he getting a body donated from
A cadaver body, I think.
cadaver body?
Yeah.
I would think it'd have to be pretty fresh.
I know.
Well, it would have to be. They would have
what
to.
did they die of that you can still use their entire body? Andrea?
Gunshot wound to the head.
To the head, that's it, yeah.
Well, maybe a situation in which they're brain dead, but they're still pretty much functioning, and the family agrees to donate it, so they line up the surgery and pull the plug, you know?
Yeah, maybe
There's got to be something like that. They're not going
Maybe they
to
should
keep
go
a
to-
whole body on ice.
they should go find a
Get it
candidate
delivered.
at a Donald Trump rally. You know what I mean? Get it?
Yeah.
Get it.
They should have an Olympian.
I hope they give him
fucking
like
donate their body and make the guy will be superhuman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe somebody gets decapitated. What do we know?
Yeah.
But so they're still planning on going through with it. It should be happening soon. This was like the last step before they actually try it on a person.
So it's going forward.
In China, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I am so eager to see how it works out. Now, when they do the surgery, then the guy gets put in a coma for like 90 days while things get put back together. They connect everything with stem cells so that they become the thing they're supposed to become and like weld all the right pieces together. And then they keep him in a coma while everything like really becomes one thing.
Really, it's just like a 5-minute surgery where they just smear stem cells on both,
Yeah.
so just poke them together, and they're like, there, he's done.
It's
Give him 90
fine.
days. The stem cells grow back. Everything's brand new.
It's
But
just
don't
a
tell-
taste.
Right, but don't tell anybody.
How many Bitcoin does a stem cell cost?
I'll start selling my stem cells. I was going to say, if we can connect cock, though, it's probably pretty easy to connect a head.
No, the brain's got to be more complicated.
It just has to be.
Yeah.
And the spinal cord.
All right,
That's
the
a big deal.
spine, yeah. But I'm like, it's more microscopic level when you're connecting little tiny veins and whatnot in cock than in like larger arteries in the neck. That's
Well-
what I'm basing that on.
Yeah, part of it too is
So I'm like, if we can do one,
his
we
whole
can do the
thing
other.
is like you need to make a super duper clean cut with like a laser knife.
Right.
So that you don't have any frayed edges that you're trying to attach back to each other.
There's that dog in Russia that they connected the dog's head to another dog.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
They
that's
did that.
not right.
This guy's done it with mice and monkeys too.
Successfully.
Yeah.
Is there
and they
any
weren't
pictures or
completely
anything
nuts?
of the monkeys?
They were pretty nuts. Yeah, there are pictures of it.
Ooh, let's see that.
But they were all crazy.
Holy fuck, Vinny, you gotta.
Oh yeah, I'll pull something up.
Yeah, I wanna
They went crazy though. How,
Well, they
like
didn't live
Resident
super
Evil
long.
style, or
They started roller skating.
They just started roller skating. Yeah, he put
just
monkey
frivolously
heads
spending
on
money that they should be saving and
people
investing.
bodies.
Buying Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This looks like a. Is this one of them? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, totally.
Oh, that is some brutal shit.
Whoa.
He doesn't look happy.
No,
He looks sleepy.
That's not real.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing these pictures. These kind of make me sad.
yeah.
Ew.
Same with the mouse thing.
Monkeys are too close to people to be doing shit like this to them.
I would
Yeah.
rather we do this to people, frankly.
Well,
if
if
I'm
they
honest,
could consent, that's the thing. A monkey
Right,
can't
that's
really
what I mean.
consent to this.
Well,
yeah.
there's more than that too, because like part of using animals for testing is that they use clones so as to eliminate any chance of like genetic influence. So their control and their test subject are literally exactly the same genetically.
Ugh.
what was that? A picture of a human head in
So
there.
you can't really do
Where?
that with humans.
Go back to the full spread of the pictures, and like on the left side, it would be your right. If you're see, there's like a head.
Where
What
are
is
you
that?
looking?
Oh, this?
Yeah, what is that?
That looks like modern art. It's carved out of wood.
Oh, okay. Sorry, never mind.
Wait, the caption says no. Head transplants are definitely not
gonna
going to
Right.
happen.
No, stupid. Oh,
That
sorry.
aged well,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Good work, BuzzFeed.
It's on the internet forever. You
Yeah.
shouldn't say things are never, ever going to happen. Just going to look stupid in 1,000
There's
years.
the dog stuff.
Suit
Yeah.
yourself. Whatever. What the
Say.
fuck
What is
this guy?
that?
That's one of those guys that ate too much tobacco or whatever.
No, isn't that the, I thought he
no.
tried to kill himself with a shotgun and blew his jaw
maybe.
off.
Yeah.
Oh,
could
look,
be.
it says Sergio Canaveros.
What was I trying to say? Those guys
Good
that chew
Navaro.
tobacco and get like mouth face cancer and
And they have to
like,
remove it all.
They
Yeah.
have one of those.
Oh wait, the left is before and right is after.
Yeah.
Is that after a reconstruction?
Must be, yeah.
Wow.
Jiminy
He
Christmas.
looks like
That's
a
pretty
Muppet
crazy.
on the left. And then on the right, he looks like he's got a black eye.
He looks like he
wonder
just
if he can
ate
talk
something
and
really
stuff.
sour.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like he's about to barf. It's just like the second before he spews.
He's in a commercial for fucking like sour gummy bears.
Yeah.
What happened to Steve?
Oh God.
I just let him
could've
try
made
my
a
new sour
killing.
gummy bears. Dangerously sour.
What
You know
the
what I mean.
hell is that? Wait. All right.
What?
Before we go away, what is underneath the two lab rats right there? Where there's like three pictures and a woman. Is that the woman whose face got ripped off and then they?
Oh, by the
attached her
monkey?
face?
Probably.
Oh my
No, speaking of
Ew.
monkey, yeah, maybe we should decapitate monkeys. Look
Yeah,
at that
what the
shit.
fuck? Exactly. Kill every monkey.
Well, they're really strong. They're really strong.
Yeah.
And like they go for your genitals and
Ew.
face.
They've got
Yeah.
like way more muscle fibers, and they can just like rip your thumbs off and tear you to pieces.
Totally.
What was this? Fellowship of the Minds. This came up. It's a fucking lady. Oh, God.
Mauled and blinded by a friend's chimpanzee.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Damn you, Michael Jackson.
Don't like what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, look at this one.
She saw a mean side of Bubbles no one had ever seen. Oh God, that's awful.
They did a pretty good job, though.
Yeah, but she's still blind.
She looks like a fake prosthetic in the third one, but at least it's tolerable to look at.
I don't understand what did the monkey do to cause that to have her, because I would
It
think she would
literally
have
tore her face
I would
off.
think she would have a smaller amount of face after the attack. not a much larger amount of facial tissue.
Well, maybe the third one could, or I'm sorry, the middle one could be partially reconstructed somehow from like skin graft, just to make her survive. Like they have to take skin from her ass just to keep her alive.
Yeah,
it looks like he literally like lifted the skin away from the face, but it was still attached.
He grabbed her mouth and blew
degloving.
a bunch of air in, and she just inflated.
Yeah, because she lost both eyes, from what I remember. She's blind now. Yeah, that's awful. And yeah, I think the term that we're trying to find is degloving, which is when the
that's
skin,
the one.
when skin is separated.
Why does it
from
have to be such a gross term?
God.
I don't know.
Can we stop talking about this, please?
Yeah.
I am so
Well, see, now we're talking
Also,
about stuff I actually know about.
I do
get it outta
feel
here.
bad for that woman. I don't mean to laugh at her.
No, I do honestly. Yeah,
Suffering.
I would rather be dead personally, but I do feel bad for her.
All right, it's time for a break.
Word to that.
Yeah, big time.
Back in a few minutes with a lot more. I guess we got more funny shit when we come back.
Yeah, totally.
All
hope
the all the Asian talk is over.
Yeah, get out of here.
I think it's brotherhood.
Motherhood.
I got there and realized I didn't know the words.
Speed.
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 All right. Welcome back to the most American talk show on all of YouTube, the Overdose Talk Show. I want to talk about crack cocaine.
Great.
It's so American. It's apple pie.
You've done a bit of crack in your time.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
enough to ruin my teeth.
Yeah, I've tried crack a couple times. When I was really young, I didn't stick with it though.
I did for too long.
Did you?
Yeah, and I'll admit it. I had kind of a problem with it for about a year and a half. But I did kick it without any help or anything. I simply stopped.
That's all you do when you smoke crack. You just fucking kick it.
fucking kick
Just
it.
at the house, dude.
Yeah, word. Yeah, no, it's the devil's stuff, man. It's very, very addictive. I mean, I like to think that I'm not like a super addictive personality.
Sure.
I mean, I've done cocaine and not gotten addicted to it. I've done other drugs and not become addicted to them. But like that, I developed a very rapid problem with.
Yeah, I tried it a couple times when I was really young. And when I lived in New Orleans when I was like 18, this was back in 2002-ish, I guess. The hard drugs like that, like crack and heroin, were more openly kind of recreational sort of things in New Orleans. It was strange. Like, it wasn't really like a dirty thing that people hid, a lot of people at least. You know what I mean? It's hard to even imagine coming from this environment, but...
Yeah.
You know, like people would just talk to you at work, like, yeah, you know, I got off work, snorted a bag of heroin, you know, hung out a little bit, blah, 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 you know, just like normal shit, you know. So I would try crack when I was that particular year that I'm talking about. I tried crack. I did heroin a bunch of times. It was just like chilling. Just somebody would just come by while you're hanging out on the front porch, like, hey, you want to snort a bag? It's like, all right.
No.
I think, especially with crack, though, people are often like surprised to hear how cheap it is. You know, like
Yeah,
and
it is.
Like it's cheap. It's really cheap, but it's also
Isn't that
really
like
expensive.
the whole point?
Kinda, but then
Does it get you like really high?
But then I
For
would
a little while.
Right, and then you probably get to the point that you can't function enough to make even the small amount of money that you need for crack. Because like when I tried it, I would say $30 got 3 of us really high all night. You know, and you know I was kind of a lightweight with the crack. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, being my first time.
Yeah, no, I had like probably like a $25 to $50 habit.
A day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that's not
too
that
bad.
cheap for somebody.
But see, my girlfriend had like $100 a day crack habit and a couple $100 a day dope habit at the time. So like it was just there for me.
Oh, is that you? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties.
Did we lose video or anything? Or?
Yeah,
But I don't want to talk about that anymore.
I have actually never
hold on.
seen
Are we
crack in real life. Oh,
Are we stopping for a second?
we can if you want to, or I can just like put a temporary slide up while we continue talking. I'm gonna get it up and running as soon as I can.
Okay. Whatever.
I
Yeah.
have not smoked crack or done any hard drugs in like 5 years.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
That is wonderful.
You don't drink either.
No, I do not drink.
Did you have to quit drinking because you figure if you're drunk you might?
No.
No?
No, I just didn't like being like hungover, and it started to feel like a chore where it would be like, oh, well, it's Saturday. I got nothing else to do, but I bet I'll get drunk with my friends. And I just started to be like, I'm not looking forward to my Sunday morning very much. And I didn't really enjoy, I was never like I said, I was never like really into drinking anyway. Like, yeah, I drank every day for probably like many years from when I was 21 till 25. I drank every day. Like, and in the morning too.
I remember at that age drinking a handle bottle almost every night with like 2 of my friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just getting fucked up and then going out places, you
Yeah.
know, and going to like the bowling alley and be like, why are they cutting us off? Let's fight these Mexicans. It's like all fucking crazy, you know. What is it about that age with guys like 21 to 24? You just get insane, and a lot of us, not everybody, but like I was, and a lot of people, you go through like a violent phase around that age where like you're just you got something to prove in a way, I guess, you know, and you want to go out and fight people and be a hard ass about everything.
See,
and
I didn't have that. I was more like, it was more about like sexual energy.
at that
I've told
age,
you, yeah, I was like so all over the place when I was young like that.
yeah, for me that was I always just had a girlfriend. It's like that was just segmented to like this
girlfriend,
area of
I
my
was
life.
like a sex addict. Like
Sex
one
thing is
girl
taken care
would
of,
not-
whatever, and then I just go out and fight people.
Yeah. What I need is booze and fighting.
Yeah, where are we at over there, Deebs? What's he got going?
He says he's working on it. He's
climbing
all
around
the
under
way
the table.
Yeah.
Booze just lost its luster to me, though. That's all. It wasn't like I had some epiphany. Like with crack, I mean, we're not on air, are we?
We're recording still, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
But-
I'll be honest. I mean, it's out there on the internet now. I like had like what I would think is like a minor cardiac event one day.
Really?
And was just like, I have got to stop this because
That's
I don't
enough.
want to die like this. Now, I did relapse a few times after that, but like, it wasn't like the kind of relapse where it's like, oh, for another week. It would just be like, yeah, I did smoke some crack, but you know, and then I you feel bad about it. So, you know.
Did you ever make your own crack?
No. Well, yes and no.
Just like freebase kind of
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
you know?
but nothing beats street crack. I mean,
What is it about that? It gets you so weirdly high. It's fucking crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not be.
It is crazy. I did really enjoy it. I did it a few times, whatever, and it really was fun. But I honestly preferred regular cocaine. Crack is just I don't know, man. It's wild for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of fun for another 20 minutes. And then it starts to be like, I'll do anything for more crack right now.
Yeah.
And that's your whole
My
night.
whole
Like,
problem was that I didn't have to do anything except just be like, hey, let me get more crack.
Yeah.
Because my girl, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to make effort for it, which was like another pitfall of how I probably became so rapidly addicted to it over a year and a half. But I just,
totally.
willpower, man. I just was like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. And
So you were like waking up and smoking crack.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then all day long.
Pretty much.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, maybe not like every minute of the day like that. But
Sure,
like,
right. Were you getting anything done at that time?
My apartment was actually very clean, but
Yeah.
like, aside from that, like, was I producing art or anything?
Or just doing anything? Yeah.
No.
Right. Because you get all even with coke, it's like for a while it's like crazy. You're like, whoa, man, I wrote so much. I fucking cleaned this whole shit up. I did it. And then after a while, it just becomes paralyzing for some reason.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there like, I want to do all this stuff. I got a million ideas. Man, this would be crazy. I should do this. I should do that. But then you end up just standing there staring at the fucking wall, all rigid and weird. Just like.
Well, or it's like in the time that you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. Wait, I just need to smoke a little bit more crack first. Okay, now I'm
just
all right,
just a little bit.
Now I'm going to do this.
Now I'm
okay,
going to have a cigarette.
Wait a second. Yeah.
Now.
All right, just a sec. Okay, that it just never ends.
You're right. You just get all weird and hypey eventually. Just like, yeah. So a little bit more. Now I'm too high. I'm gonna smoke a bowl.
Right.
Now I need a cigarette. Okay, all right. Now I'm not really that high anymore. Now I'm gonna fucking. It's just a weird, yeah.
And then
you
4
never
hours have gone by.
You never quite make it over to that thing you need to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's mainly why I stopped. My love of art and my self-discipline.
Yeah.
And my narcissistic tendencies because, I like me. Honestly, so
That's
like
so narcissistic.
well, I just mean like a lot of people nowadays have low self-esteem and they're very self-destructive of themselves, and like people like even psychiatrists that I've had, like when I talk about my depression, they're always like, oh, but are you going to hurt yourself? And I'm like, well, no, if I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to make sure that it's done, because I actually really like me. Like I'm not like you know what I mean? Like I'm my biggest fan, so.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Are we back, David Box?
No.
Our video's not working?
I'll tell you when we're fucking back, all right? God damn it.
Sorry, Dad.
Well, we should just describe to listeners then what we're seeing.
I don't know
No, see, we've come too far at this point.
Yeah.
You know what we do? Let's do something really off the hook.
Oh.
And take a quick break while we figure this out.
Okie dokie.
We'll be right back.
Damn it.
There should be a PSA for cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about him?
Like, be careful, kids. Cops will kill you.
Okay, we're back. A couple of I don't think I qualify as a former crack user, really. I've only tried it a couple times.
Former crack trier.
But Matt qualifies, right?
Sadly, yes.
Matt Gear Art on Facebook. And what was your website too?
Nothing.
No, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, I mean, like I said, I'm so clean these days, man. I practically shit soap like a Buddhist monk. I don't drink or anything. But it's Matt Gear Artist.
Is that where soap comes from?
Yeah.
I
have been woefully misinformed.
I assume so. I mean, I don't know.
We're looking at old crack PSAs.
Yeah, maybe your guys' lives would have been different if you'd seen these before now.
If only.
David Box found some of these last night, and these are ones I've never seen before. These are not like the classic ones. These are pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, these are the conversations we need to have.
subject.
If you can't speak up and have these real conversations, then nothing's ever going to get done. So
Hey,
Exactly.
if we don't talk about it, who will?
exactly.
So let's take a look at some of these. I guess these are probably from the 80s, huh?
I saw a bumper sticker that said that.
This is crack. We're smoking crack. It's like putting a gun in your mouth.
If a gun was made of glass,
The trigger.
got you really high. I don't know.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. You know what? They did this wrong. David Box, hide the screen for a second.
Yeah.
I would like people to be surprised by this. They did this all wrong. I can fix this for them in a second. But what the hell was that?
That was the truth, man. Smoking crack is exactly like that. Right, Matt Gear? I mean,
And who can afford to put a like every little piece of crack in one of those little containers? Like where were they getting those fucking containers?
I don't remember ever getting it in anything resembling that.
That
Right.
looked like a pill you were just supposed to swallow.
That was from-
That's how you do crack.
Yeah, that
Partially.
if that didn't convince you, maybe this one.
Am I paying
Those
extra
nice
for the
containers.
containers?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, what, like,
Yeah.
it's usually just balled up in like Reynolds wrap.
so this guy
What the fuck?
just did some crack, I'm assuming.
Or he's contemplating doing crack.
You can't
Oh
walk-
no.
Oh my god.
What?
No.
That is a shitty looking graphic.
No.
That did not line up at all.
Oh, fuck.
Wait,
Well,
New
if
York
that message
Housing Authority.
Isn't clear. I don't know what is.
Let's see that transformation again. They're a pretty normal looking guy.
I don't know. He looks pretty freaked.
I mean, this guy just like shot crack into his neck. He's just higher than anyone's ever been. Just like, oh no.
Oh God.
Who approved this?
Well, it's like
That's how fast it kills you, Vinny.
the skull should have been a lot smaller. Like,
No way. He's extra dead.
yeah, they should have at least tried to do it well. Like, that looked terrible.
Whatever.
What? Yeah. What? I wonder who saw that and like, yeah, this will get the message across.
This is
like,
really cool.
this won't look hilarious when you're
Cutting
stoned.
edge.
I mean,
Yeah.
All right, what's this one?
Oh my God. It's crack music if I've ever heard it.
that's what I was always hearing, right?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Look out, kid.
Watch out, a
He wants to
Guatemalan,
do you.
a
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this
A
for condoms or
Guatemalan.
crack?
A Guatemalan and a Serbian are about to kiss in an alley.
He's got another crack on his mind right now.
Butt crack.
Right. It's just,
He's got those things too.
Those
Oh my
can't be cheap.
God.
And where do you get them? There's no internet.
Well, that's what I mean. Where were you? Yeah, now you just order them on Amazon, but still nobody's spending that to package their crack,
No.
you know?
That's how you get them to come back.
And what
Vinny.
are those things actually
Little
for?
thing we call customer service.
Right, yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen
Attention
that in
to
real
detail.
life. I don't know.
Or they'll go anywhere for their crack.
exactly. Let's... That's a
How much
legit...
money was that?
run off, little boy. Go do your crack.
Oh, this guy does it too?
What the fuck?
Wait, why is he dying though?
Yeah, he's just selling the crack. And he looked
He's
pretty
not-
healthy,
He didn't
right?
look like he was doing the crack.
Oh, yeah.
But now notice they did know to line the head up.
Yeah, his
skull-
skull is about the right size.
Somebody was like, guys, that looked like shit. Try and do better.
They made that in MS Paint.
He turns around. He doesn't look like he's dying. He looks like he's gonna do a duet with Selena or something. You know, like looks like he's a fucking.
No, it's because he's the Grim Reaper.
You need to play the Rico
They should have
Suave
animated a
thing.
hood onto that skull.
Okay. These are awesome.
I'm convinced. I don't want to do any more crack.
Best argument ever.
I mean, so far, yeah.
If
Is
only-
that Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if only we had seen these earlier, right? Like,
What is this one? Did we see this
We
one?
saw this one, yeah. That's
Did we? Oh,
that's
this
an
Yeah.
awesome
that's the guy.
fucking
Yeah.
piece he's got too right there. That's some nice works. I'm envious of his little crack bomb.
Now I guess this is from the same era, but we're switching into sexual harassment, huh?
Yes.
Is this another one of your?
I think so, yeah.
Fines?
I forget what this
You
one
know,
is.
you're doing a great job, but you're not using all your assets. With a body like that, you can go places.
Sexual harassment makes you feel like less of a person.
Oh, I remember this.
I actually
Yeah.
remember this one too.
Yeah.
Sexual harassment.
I do not
fulfilled in the
remember
public
this.
Library.
Be a little more sexy. Hey, we're talking about your job here.
No.
gross.
Oh, what was it?
She's like,
No.
no, we're talking about sexual harassment. Yeah, I remember.
We're
Is that what she says?
Yeah.
you're talking about good advice, sweetheart, and it would be in your best interest to heed it wisely.
Job here.
No, we're talking about sexual harassment here, and I don't have to take it.
Sexual.
You tell him, sister.
But I do have to talk like a robot for some reason.
I'm a
and
very
seem
bad
extremely
actress.
meek. Yeah.
Harassment here, and I don't have to take it.
Sexual harassment violates you.
I'm gonna go call.
I'm so scared of you.
Okay, then.
I'm gonna go call my buddy Donald Trump and.
Yeah,
What do
she's
you
fired as
say about
fuck.
I like how he walks away, just like the power of her.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, the power of her. Her whatever her
Hey, knowledge is
rejection
power.
is just too much for him to take.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
That's not what I got.
He's like,
No, I saw a psychopath. That's, oh yeah, you're gonna take it.
Sexual harassment violates
See you in the parking lot.
I don't have to take it. We'll see about that.
Right. There's only 2 women in this entire building.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna stick up for you? It's still
one of
the
you's
80s,
gonna
bitch.
take it.
Yeah. What is going on with what's his name? Hyde from that 70s show.
Oh, wow.
That guy's all rapey now, too, huh?
He's been rapey for a long time, I guess.
Has he?
Yeah. Apparently. He got fired from Netflix because some rape allegations from like 15 years ago.
Because he raped somebody in the 80s.
Came back to haunt him. Yeah, allegedly. But
that's what they say.
So it's kind of weird. He was accused of raping several women like 15 years ago. Apparently, the police investigated it and didn't charge him with anything, and he wasn't convicted of anything. But now those women are coming out and saying that the Church of Scientology, where this guy is a member of, pressured them to keep their mouths shut.
Which does happen a lot.
Which happens a lot, yeah. So, like, what's the truth? You know?
Knowing that he's a Scientologist really adds a whole spin to this thing. That you
and now the
kind of
women
believe
are
stuff like that a lot easier.
And it's like some creepy stuff too. One woman said that he anally raped her, and the other woman said that he raped her while she was passed out, and she came to, and he choked her until she passed out again.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean, it really doesn't surprise me about anybody anymore at this point. But that's pretty.
Well, I know you were devastated because he's on your favorite show, so like I don't know what is going to happen.
Yeah,
as a result of that, I guess they're going to air the rest of the episodes that he's already shot, but that's really going to change the dynamic of. I mean, I don't know if you're going to want to keep watching it once he's gone. He really the creative genius.
Well, the whole thing is it's one of those shows where the chemistry between all the actors is so brilliant that I don't know if it'll be the same thing without one of the main elements. You guys have seen this, right? The Ranch? Oh my God, is it brilliant?
I mean, I don't understand why everyone's not watching it.
I don't watch anything though, really.
Well, you're gonna watch this.
It's him and Ashton Kutcher and Sam Elliott.
I fucking hate Ashton Kutcher.
It is funny how now it really I mean, I don't know, who knows what the fuck is going on, but him being a Scientologist and all that shit. But what he said is true. It's like, yeah, you really don't. They're not waiting around to figure out the real story anymore. If that shit starts coming out, they're fucking done.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did it, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
But they don't, right. Yeah.
They shouldn't be punished for it yet.
Yeah, they should have to prove it at least. What are we, savages? Yeah. You know? What is this mysterious gift?
Oh, okay.
And how does it work?
No one has seen this except for me. 70% of people who watch this claim that they can hear it.
But there is no audio.
There is no audio. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
So
should I play it?
I want to see what you guys think.
Should we just watch it in silence? Is that
So you just look at it?
Yeah.
Because I've muted everything.
Yeah, just you only look at it.
So you just look at it and you see if you hear any sounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it.
Right?
Huh?
Do you hear it?
No, I don't hear anything. Do you?
I don't hear a fucking thing.
Well, you gotta fucking shut up.
Sorry. All right. Everybody shut up for a second. Let's see. I got nothing.
Yeah,
No?
me neither.
What are you
yeah.
supposed to hear?
Like a thudding.
I don't hear it.
I started to, but
I hear it every time. I can't not hear it.
I started to, but I think I'm just making myself do it. But I do love the idea of
I only see it.
what's going on
Yeah,
here.
it is. I mean, overall, it's a good gift, but
This gift was hyped up a lot, and this is not at all what I expected.
what were you expecting?
I don't know.
I can't believe you.
Some
I can't believe I'm the only one who
life-changing
heard it.
event.
Well, you remember that one
What do
about
I
the
do with
dress?
this?
Remember that one?
Yeah, which we discovered.
That
after.
blew
pretty
my
cool.
mind. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Did
this
you
was
see
gonna be
both
like.
of the colors on that dress? Or, did you see one and just
I
understand?
Can still only ever see it one way.
Yeah, I
So
could only see. I remember it was like blue and.
What
when
they're-
it was a thumbnail, I saw it as the white and gold, and then when I enlarged it, I saw it as the blue, and it had switched back and forth a couple times. It
Maybe
was
that's
fucking weird. Yeah,
I wonder if we didn't know that we were supposed to hear something. Because I kind of feel like a vibration in my, I feel like a really low end, almost pressure when it hits, but I don't hear it, but I know it's like it's doing something weird, the rhythm of it to my eyes that makes my ears just like want to make sense of it or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So what's happening is it's basically a form of synesthesia, which is that's a disorder where people can like hear a smell or taste a color, where their senses get crossed in processing. But what they're discovering now with stuff like this is that people who don't necessarily have synesthesia still experience certain forms of it, like something with no audio track giving you the sense of hearing something through your eyes.
Yeah, that's fucking strange. But I wonder if this was an accident, because how could it be that someone set out to make this and did it in such
like a scientist did this?
Yeah, but they also had the artistic kind of like intuition to make it a jump roping power tower.
Something people are going to want to share.
What are those things? Power towers?
Power tower. Yeah.
Power tower.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so I imagine we're gonna. Yeah, I know it gets weird after a little. This is much better. Yeah. I imagine we're gonna see more stuff like that to kind of test what people can get from your eyeballs.
Okay.
Because that's kind of the first time scientists have been like, "Oh, what the hell's going on with this thing?" You know.
Right.
So that'll be weird, and maybe you can train yourself to have synesthesia. I don't know why you'd want to.
Well, just add a little, a new angle to life and make things a little bit more interesting.
So you're just like tripping all the time.
Yeah. All right, should we get out of here?
Yeah.
Fuck this show.
Fuck this show.
We're all done. Matt Gear, you want to plug your website?
No, just Google my name,
Yeah, Matt Gear Art.
Yeah.
Andrea, what about you?
I don't have anything.
You don't want people to buy cupcakes from you anymore?
I'm tired.
Okay.
I don't do shit.
Deeps does nothing. Nothing that he didn't sign a non-disclosure agreement for.
Listen to my radio
Right.
show.
Watch the video.
Right. Okay. And for me, just, click the thumbs up button and subscribe and go fuck yourself. Good night.
Just throwing facts and figures out there. Catch on, get back, me bigger share. Match. Usually exclusive with your collectively exhausted. Truthfully stupid, small perspective. We're lost in unison.